I mean, that is looking like it's in the air for a lot longer.
Yeah, good.
And would you eventually train this at speed? Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. In today's video I took my very first golf lesson in years and I wanted to learn how I could potentially whack on a little bit more speed, something I've been suffering with over the last few years. So I went to Bletchley Golf Club and saw Steve Furlonger, who is renowned for force plates, understanding how you put force into the ground to get a lot of energy back out. And it was really insightful actually. He gave me some really good drills and exercises to whack on some speed. And it did help. I did pick up 4 or 5 miles an hour by the end of the session, which you'll see equated to some pretty big distance gains. That was nice. That's the bad one. That, if I was a bad one, it is that one, where I get a bit underneath and behind it. Yeah, I'll normally hit it pretty straight.
Just a slight inside path, yeah?
Yeah, it's been getting back inside, which, because I was trying to hit cuts for years and I was just getting a bit steep with it, if I'm being honest. Yeah, so, yeah, so now I just want to go back to something that I'm a little bit more familiar with. I think that play better golf. But that would be the bad one, that like pull. Good to go, yeah? Yep. Cool. So that's pretty much typical. Hit it pretty neutral. Maybe I just need a bigger tee.
That'll flight it better. Your launch numbers are going to be better with that one, I think.
That was miles better.
You launched that at 13, which I prefer with that speed regardless.
Yeah.
Spin rate there. Again with these balls, there's always that with these balls. Are you ever going to optimise? If you're hitting Pro V1s, and you're probably going to get your highest smash of 1.49, 1.50, but 1.46 spin was 3.1. Launched it at 13. That will carry the most for you.
Okay.
With that speed. So optimising launch, flight is number one. So I'll be definitely playing about with your tee heights as your speeds are changing anyway, because if we get you faster, you may not want to launch it that high, you might want to bring the launch down.
Because as I get more speed, I'm going to launch and spin it higher.
So the spin's certainly going to pick up a bit as you hit it harder and you move it faster.
And again?
Yep.
I mean, that is looking like it's in the air for a lot longer.
Yeah, definitely. Then we've got more purpose going out, isn't it?
I've normally been inclined, I guess this is where accuracy has come into it, I've normally been inclined to peg it down lower because I've always felt like I've got underneath it, so if I peg it down lower I can get more on top of it.
Yep.
I mean, that feels like it's going 20 yards longer. It's probably not, but it feels like it is.
That's better, that's more optimal just on that alone. Just to get a few more yards, another 5 to 10, possibly 10 yards of carry there.
So I was launching it too low. So
and then you're dependent on spin, so then you were trying to spin it to climb it, which then is just not efficient because you're just soaring it upwards too high.
But that's where I've got that little, now the swing's changed a little bit as well, that's probably where I got that pull shot from as well, because I'm trying to get more into the back of the ball, whereas if it's pegged up.
Yeah.
Okay. Yep. That felt pretty good, that.
I like that flight now. Launching at 13 is definitely good for you.
It looks like spins come off as well.
Looking at the values, I would like you to get more force under your leg, be more, I wouldn't say violent, but certainly more forceful under that left foot. So from P4 to P5,
yep,
I want you to come down like a ton of bricks into the ball of your big toe on your left foot. But I think you could still start with go faster down.
So
I want you to think fast hands,
yeah,
early downswing. Get your hands to speed up sooner.
Yeah, I would agree with that, because if I actually look at me as a motion from a mechanic's point of view, in my downswing, you'll see a lot of left arm staying pinned across the chest, a lot of slide, hence why I get underneath it, club stays back, easy to deliver it up and from the inside. For me, I've always struggled, obviously with that not hitting down, but like not hitting up as much. So I guess for me, funny enough, mechanically, I've always tried to feel my arms moving down a bit faster.
Freeing off.
Yeah.
Not
I would
storing up.
Yeah. And I think to get some energy back into the club head. Yeah, and also that does feel, as I'm doing that, would you say a good feel would be from P4 to P5, just feeling like I'm unloading faster but heavier as well?
Yes.
That makes me feel like I keep my inclination a lot better.
Yep.
And then I guess from here, I'm not going to be as much inside tilt, and I can explode up and unload the head. Would that be fair?
Because you'll do with this is just feel like we're kind of throwing this off, getting this away, and really getting some wind around with the tail. So we're getting more of that out and around.
And would there be,
wider.
For me, like you can hear that flag flap around, would there be a specific point that you want to hear the flap?
With this, it's going to be very much because you're trying to get what feels the head moving out and around. So you're going to feel it probably around P4.5. So you're going to get it before your left arm parallel. So you're going to feel it there because you're trying to get the head out and away from you.
Yep.
But we know you've got like a third of a second to impact. So you're not.
So would it be fair to say, as a small recap there, that I'm actually storing the energy for too long?
I'd say your arm is, because if your arms are not speeding up in that early phase of the downswing, and they're going across your chest, all you're reliant on is chest rotation.
To square it up,
and your chest is only going to be turning at a speed of about 6 miles an hour.
So if I can get this moving.
You really got to get the arms off, really feel like you're...
And I feel like I'm going to dump it early.
Accelerating your arms.
I generally feel like I'm going to dump that quite early, which would give me more lift through the ball as well. Like I generally feel that.
And then so the lift through the ball is vertical force. So you actually, as a product of that, byproduct, you're going to load heavier.
I think over the years, this is purely me trying to hit the ball straighter. So I've pegged it down. I've done all those things, which has stopped me unloading, because I always felt that when I unloaded it, I'd make the face go left. So I would say I probably have stored it in an effort to try and manage the face, but I have lost a lot of speed. I'm probably six miles an hour down from where I was when I was playing.
And I think, that's only normal as the golfer and the professional in you to gain control, isn't it? So with iron shots, leaning the handle forward, de-lofting it, compressing it off the turf, trapping it with angle of attack and dynamic loft, so you don't get this glancing blow of adding loft. You're trying to squeeze it down and tighten everything in and squeeze it, trap it into the face. Totally understandable.
Okay.
But with driver, because it's moving faster, we don't have that much time, and really from a release standpoint of the head, we do want to create angle and launch it more upwards. Go to the top. Yeah, and then really try and throw it off and around.
And can I feel like I'm moving a bit down as I do that?
Yeah, load that left foot. And more to the top. We want it to be wider and more.
Okay. Should I do it in full speed?
Yeah. That's it. Really throw it out wide.
Surprisingly heavy.
Yeah.
That one felt a little bit better, that one.
That's it, nice and wide. Yeah, good. Grab the driver.
It's quite tiring, that.
Good workout. Now again, wide out, yeah? Hands fast. As quick as you can, early downswing. There you go.
I think the biggest thing that shocked me there was how much hard work that was.
What, with the tail?
Yeah.
I'll get the violin out for you in a minute.
So I've got to unload them arms.
That's
As I'm
it.
shifting.
Arms fast, early downswing.
Arms fast, early downswing.
Yeah, good. Good.
I actually can feel my feet moving,
Yeah.
which I'm not really.
And then 107 again, so it's still +3. So with this, of course with this, is that it now needs, you need to build up a tolerance, right? So, you know, speed training is you building up that level of tolerance, dealing with it, coping with it much better, the speeds.
Yep.
Because when you've slowed down, you're only dealing with slow, tolerating slow.
Yeah.
Neurologically, that's what you're used to. So you're going to have to get used to this, and training sessions where you hit some balls really hard and fast.
Okay.
Yeah, good, good. You'll deal with that shape. You just got to start that.
By the time I start,
so that's nearly 109. It's 108.5.
it's amazing. It's
Yeah.
amazing because I can actually feel. It sounds really strange. I can generally feel like the head is going to meet the ball before I am. That's what it generally feels like.
Yeah.
Like, I know it's not.
But you're self-organising and getting your body out of the way to do it, right?
So would you say that as I get more comfortable with this, as I get more comfortable with the sort of fast unloading phase early, that I could then push around a bit better? Because straight away,
up, in and around the handle. So yes.
because the one thing I've noticed there is the path has then gone more inside, where I'm pushing up, but I'm not very good at unwinding just yet.
Open the rib cage up. So then the next we're doing the next drill, which is going to be you getting chest to the sky and opening up the
Because
rib cage.
there's got to be some extra, or more of a leak where I'm not using any rotational forces, right?
They're probably a little bit underneath your left foot. You're not getting that force that helps you rotate and turn your body true. Good. So that would be, so first of all, optimization, T height, launch, spin.
Yeah.
2, speed early downswing with the arms, accelerate the arms, get them going quicker. So unloading that arm off the chest. Anything that you can put resistance on to make it hard to move it and get out and wide and around. To try and get force this way outwards and downwards, that way more. Yeah, because this is going to then longer to travel, so it won't reach the ball. If it's narrow in there, then of course it's going to get there early.
Yeah.
It's wider, isn't it? That's what's, well, you think you're going to get early, you're not, because it's taking a wider track.
Okay.
Last piece.
Yeah.
So we
Get out of the way.
use this here. So we hold this around 6, just above 6, and then we're going to drive the left arm out, expand the chest and get the chest up to the sky. So what this is going to do, this is going to open up the chest, going to rotate the chest around enough, it's going to allow the left arm to continue to work off, it's going to allow the left shoulder blade to retract.
Yeah.
Because this is not what we're getting. So your outward motion that you're feeling is that, and it's not moving around and retract.
So although I'm moving up better, I've got to move around as well.
Move around. So we hold it there, and this is going to be load the popper at the end, that way.
Okay.
I call it the open book, where the chest opens.
So,
yeah. So right hand's going to stay there. Left hand arm is going to move off. You're going to expand the rib cage. That's it. So we're trying to separate the arms. So we retract the shoulder blades.
I'm going to do it slowly at first.
Chest up, arms apart. Right hand's got to stay back.
Oh God.
Yeah, there you go.
Right, yeah, I got that.
Yeah? Yeah, good.
And would you eventually train this at speed?
Yeah, go faster and faster. So we do it slowly, because a lot of people usually, if they're lifting, if you hold it there, are usually very strong and tight here and long here, right? Well, actually, we want to get this expanded. And this is going to help you open up and get your body rotating past impact, which then help you.
I quite like, I've always struggled to get the exit much lower, hence why I've always struggled with that big draw shape. I guess for me, I like the feeling of the hand path working more left.
Yep. Good. And really work that rib cage and work that left arm and left shoulder blade. Very good.
Okay.
Very good.
Yeah, I quite like that that's so much lower and more behind me, because again, I think for me, I get it
You want to go up
so much more that way.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think that's where I get
And And then
I feel a lot of thrust as well.
Your OJ logo's facing out, so right, it's not getting around enough. We've got to get that logo, that left breast getting around. That's better. Very good.
I feel a big stretch there. It's interesting. Okay.
What's great there, so we've obviously got some load in here. We're unloading the wrists to slingshot the pot to the end of the rod, yeah? And then we're allowing the arm, the shoulder blade to retract.
So it's that way.
And that's what's happening there. If you can hear it, you're getting the pop and then you're opening the book.
So, because before I definitely feel like, yeah, I would have held on to that in an effort to manage the face when I was hitting it more left and then that way. Whereas now it definitely feels more that way and that way, yeah.
So your first and foremost, the important speed generation is fast hands, early downswing.
Yep, so unloading them arms.
And then continue it by letting that left arm move off the chest and open up the rib cage. Very good. Now look at the difference in that path of delivery. So we're at the 4 right paths now, gone 1 right.
Yeah, so and I even saw where I necked it a little bit, it came back a little.
That's it. Fast hands, wide, fast, really fast, early downswing.
Nearly.
Oh, you're still taking that one.
Yeah. And that's nearly 109.
I mean, just 20 minutes hitting driver all out with two numbers on the screen.
So thank you if you made it this far. I do apologise for the next part of the video. We had a microphone issue, which we didn't realise at the time, and we had very poor audio quality for the last 5 to 10 minutes. So please do continue to watch. I hope it's okay, as Steve raises some really good points towards the end of the video. So thanks for understanding and enjoy the rest of the video.
Very normally. Yeah. You do that 3 times a week, 250.
Here's the big one. So I've whacked on
Nearly 5.
4 or 5 miles an hour.
4 or 5, yeah.
And what would?
I mean, that was bang on there. So that's optimal. So now we've gone from 250 carry to 281.
250 carry to 281.
Yeah.
Wow.
So nearly up to, we're just short, a hair short of 109. Okay. So we're 4 or 5 mile an hour faster. But you optimised it. That was a decent ball, so we saw a decent smash. You're around the 150. You've launched it at 12. You spun it at nearly 27.
So I was going to say, assuming a centred strike, what would an extra mile an hour give me in yardage?
2.7, 2.8 yards. Call it 3 yards.
Okay, so 3 yards. I've obviously got another 5 miles an hour. Take it.
Yeah. But we've optimised. You were suboptimal really with launch conditions anyway. So there was more in the ball to launch it better, and there was a bit more in the tank in the body currently with your strength and condition. Very good.
That was arrow straight as well.
And then the release, because it's a wider hand path, is going to actually not be as fast. You won't be hitting it as early as you think, because you're nice and wide. Your arm's coming off, and then you continue to move it off through impact with a good turning rib cage. Retract that left scap, get it back. Very good.
Yeah, I can feel my feet moving. I haven't felt that for a long time.
The game changer, I'm moving 109.6. So you're hitting it harder and harder.
Give me 110.
110. Give you 110. So look,
I think for me,
already, because you're not seeing scary path numbers, you're allowing the speed to organically grow. It's when you start going +4 out to, well, I'm going back into where I was before. And that's fear factor for you, highest rate, because you're just going to slow down. I can't get going back into that under and dumped and stuck and high position that I don't like. So then, okay, fast hands are very, very important at the right phase in the downswing, making sure that the hands are at peak speed around P5.5, non-negotiable, because at that point they've got to slow down to get into impact to rotate the head.
yeah.
To rotate the handle and get the head to slingshot. We can't have the hands going at peak speed at impact, which most people believe. If we got 10 amateur golfers in here, ask them where are their hands at the fastest, gave them 3 options.
Impact.
Before impact, impact, post impact, most of them will say impact.
Yeah.
So if I do that, that looks like this. Look where the head is. Okay? So they need to be peak speed here, because they need to slow down
unload the club
and unload the club head.
I say
So
this
all of
a
this
lot,
lag
right?
that we've got to unload it. So they've got to be at the right time to unload it. Otherwise, we're never getting speed to the end of the shaft. So what we're doing is getting it into this bit.
I say this to a lot of people, it's measured club head speed, not J speed.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely.
Like a fast arm move. The one thing I really want to take away from this as well is that I can't believe how less mechanical it feels. Like for me to manage the flight, I've always felt, you know, I've got to hold on to it and manage the face. Just feeling a little bit more free, retracting that and stabilise the face anyway.
Yeah.
So I quite like that I can just, I mean, freedom's always something I've been looking for. And I quite like how that's free. I've always gone round feeling a few mechanical things. Don't get me wrong, I feel quite nice.
Yeah.
It feels quite nice to be free. And I think, again, that's what lots of things.
I mean, you know, if I was to recommend a good protocol for anyone watching this video, and for you in particular as well, Jake, you don't have to run out and buy some super speed sticks or rip stick or so. They're all good systems. They create quite a lot of angular work, so there's a lot of wrist stress that goes on. So bear in mind, you must do them at the right times during the week and rest the right amount. I think it's a male thing that I'll go another 5 minutes. No, it should be a limited amount, but fast, but rest. Don't go 2 days in a row, there should be a rest day. But just giving yourself, start with 10 minutes, build it up over 3-4 weeks to 15 minutes, over 6-9 weeks, go to 20 minutes. Just take your club and hit it hard. Go where it's safe and net, a simulator, put the club speed and the ball speed tiles up on the top, on the screen, so you're not looking at outcome and you're getting an emotional effect from outcome. Oh, I can't play golf like that on Saturday, I'm going to be hitting it all over the place. This isn't performance training, this is speed training. So then just hit your driver hard for as much as 20 minutes, building it that much over time. Go on, get into 110. Fast hands, as fast as you can go.
Please.
Oh, 109.8.
So thank you very much for watching the video. I hope that you found it interesting. I know that for me, I certainly walked away with lots of interesting points. So for me, I really struggle, which you would have seen, with actually getting open through the ball. I really struggle with that side of it, and I really felt like I walked away with a better understanding of the drills that I had to do, and hopefully you see that improve during the session. I think for you guys, some interesting points that you can really take away from this is firstly how a lesson is structured. It's not that many balls being hit. There's still quite a few balls being hit, but actually from start to finish, there's not that much going on. There's a lot of drills, there's a lot of conversation, there's a lot of me trying to understand it. And that's what I'd say, if any of you take lessons, that's really something that I would try and be better at. If I look back at my younger self and gave myself any advice, that is something that I'd definitely be better at, is asking more questions so that I can walk away with a greater understanding, so that when I do go away and practice this stuff, I know exactly what I've got to do. So I do thank Steve for his time. I do thank Steve for that. And I do hope you enjoyed the video. If you did like it, please give it the thumbs up. And if you could subscribe, it would really mean a lot to me and really help. So thanks, and I'll see you all soon.